Usually, when you go walking through an airport terminal, you're like, oh my gosh, I want to go to that place. I want to go to that place. That place is better than where I'm going. That happens to me a lot. But today, I'm happy with where I'm headed. As a Delta Million Miler and Diamond Medallion, I have long subscribed to the idea that Delta was just better than other airlines, and that their product justified more expensive tickets versus the competition. But when a great United Mileage Plus deal for tickets to Honolulu with a super inexpensive upgrade to Premium Plus became available, I was willing to split our itinerary between the two.
And while I don't have any major airline status, I just wanted to know which airline had the best premium economy seats for traveling with our kids. There's always a little anxiety about bringing kids on an over 11-hour flight, and I wanted to set us up for success. So let's see how we did on United Premium Plus.
This was our first time flying these types of seats as a family, and while the 2x2x2 configuration is a little bit less than ideal for our family of 5, the seats were kind of perfectly sized for us.
If you are unable or prefer not to sit in the exit row, please let a flight attendant know, and we'll be happy to find you another seat.
The extending footrest, fancy seat mechanics, and extra legroom were really helpful for all the stuff that comes with flying with kids.
It's also worth saying how lucky we are departing from New York, as we have multiple airlines that fly direct to Honolulu, which is an incredible opportunity to take a domestic flight that is quite a bit longer than many international flights. We are grateful to be able to make this trip without having to make a change along the way, so we were able to settle in and get comfortable.
I was mostly worried about food because my kids snack a lot when they're bored, and I didn't know which of United's food service would work for our special diets. So I did pack a whole bag of snacks, but we did have some options.
Now, our whole family is gluten-free and dairy-free and almost always pescatarian, and we will almost always opt for a gluten-free meal when we fly because many airlines will solve for multiple dietary restrictions at once, so many components of a gluten-free meal will also be dairy-free, like this Udi's Blueberry Muffin, which is quite a treat. As for the cold brew, that's often an upcharge, but it's complimentary in Premium Plus, and we got this small Oatly at the airport to complement it.
The packaged items were easy enough to navigate, but the hot food never has an ingredient list, so we can't be sure if there's some cheese hidden in there.
Similarly, when headed to Oahu, it's time to get into that Mai Tai spirit, and these Craft House cocktails are certified gluten-free.
Don't worry, the sippy cup is just orange juice.
Hello.
And while these meals are not perfect for us, the chicken obviously doesn't match our diet, we can still get a number of items to help tide us over on such a very long flight. And everything was of a really high quality.
The vegan butter was something we didn't get over on Delta.
Good lunch, Nora.
2 seatback screen movies later and a quick nap, and we were ready to land in Honolulu.
I want to do it.
It's hard to compare these two flights as pineapples to pineapples because we were awake for most of one and asleep for most of the other, but our United experience was great.
Do you see that island?
Yeah, what is
That's where we're going. I see basketball court.
Landing in Hawaii is really like being transported to a different world. From the open-air airport to the laid-back atmosphere, it's a far cry from the NYC hustle and bustle.
We couldn't wait to get to our room at Aulani, a Disney resort, and start exploring the island of Oahu. If you want to see our favorite day on this trip, you can come along on our full North Shore driving tour with this video linked here. And if you're finding this helpful for planning your upcoming trip, could you hit the like button? Thanks.
But how did our flight here on United compare to our flight back on Delta? It's worth saying that neither Premium Plus on United nor Premium Select on Delta come with club access. And so we used our resort's access to the Olina Lounge to pass the time before boarding.
If you want to know more about this free airport lounge, which is an extra amenity for Aulani guests, We give all the details as part of our Aulani room tour video, which you can find here. But it's time to go board our Delta plane and experience their Premium Select class from Honolulu back to Newark.
There were a few things that just made the Delta experience a bit plussed up. The headphones were of higher quality.
Admittedly, this is a wild amount of legroom, but that's because we specifically chose the bulkhead. Usually I want storage space under the seat in front of me for any items I'd want to access during the flight, but since this was a red-eye, legroom was top priority so we could get comfy. But the kids behind us had decent legroom too. It's no Delta One, but pretty good.
And while it wasn't quite Delta One, if you want to see my trip to Honolulu in Delta One, we have a video for that too.
The extending footrest in the mechanical seat is such an upgrade from our usual Delta comfort seats, but it's no lie flat.
I do really like this memory foam with the real pillowcase. And this blanket is a little bit thicker than the one on United. Been washed. It's in good shape.
The pillow and blanket all felt a bit nicer than United, even if some of the remote controls didn't work as intended.
Hawaii showed off with one last stunning sunset, making it hard to say goodbye to an amazing vacation. I did find the warm, moist towels to be a luxury touch.
Ultimately, the food was pretty much on par with what United provided. In this instance, we had a salad and some carrots we could eat while picking around the chicken. And keep in mind, this flight was a red-eye, so our goal here was sleep.
Well, some of us.
Breakfast was okay, more for the side items that we could eat, because there's no way that frittata didn't have dairy in it. But at this point we were home, back in NYC, and so we had to decide which was better. And honestly, they're an almost identical product. While each airline may do things a little bit differently or get slightly different food, even with our special meals, they are all but replaceable for each other. So my advice is to let your loyalty status, your preferred airport, and perhaps most importantly, your price make your decision for you.
We hope you have a truly incredible vacation that you can come back and tell us about, because we'll remember these core memories forever.
But we'll be back in these very same seats this summer when we go to Athens en route to a Virgin Voyages cruise, so subscribe so you don't miss it.
Thanks for watching, travelers.